What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to the Gfinity Challenger Series delivered by Domino's Week 1 recap for FIFA 18. We had strong performances across both consoles, the Xbox and the PS4, so let's remind ourselves exactly what went down. Starting off on the PS4, the final saw Nordavin's Hyper taking on Keenov. The series ended up 2-1 in favour of the Nordavin player, which will increase his hopes of making it onto Nordavin's starting lineup for the upcoming season. There were some big names in action on the Xbox One, with Crafty, Jambo and Ranners all fighting it out for those vital G points. However, Gfinity champion Ranners from Fnatic AS Roma fell early in the competition 3-2 to Benny CR7 in just the second round of the tournament, showing the strength and the depth of the players involved. Two players who have impressed in the FIFA E-World Cup also impressed here in the final, where #Dreamer won the finals with a series score of 2-0 over the German Elastico. On to day 2 now, and on the Xbox, Excel's Clutch lost out 3-4 against Beast Techers.
To a rebound in the 90th minute. Oh, this game is so lucky every time it happens to me.
Moving on to the grand finals, and another FIFA E-World Cup competitor, Domino, took the spoils 2-0 once again over Elastico. On the PS4, there was another early upset with Elite Series champion and AS Roma Zimmy falling early to D-Hammer. The finals this time was won by Easy Snack Brasco from Holland, as he took the best of 3 series 2-1 versus Gfinity 69. Running alongside the Competitor Cups are the Contender Cups, which are free for anyone to enter who wants to size up the competition. The highlight of this week came from Hollywood 285, who took Wednesday's Cup 2-1 in a close series against Huey's. If you want to be featured in our show next week, send your highlights of your games over to challenger@gfinity.net. Back onto the Xbox now for day 3, and fan favourite Dragon was involved, but he didn't make it past the quarterfinals as he fell to the impressive Beast Techers.
Oh my god, no, you can't be playing them passes. Yeah, absolutely all over the place now.
And it puts them into the lead. Ronaldo, what a great sight. Ronaldo. Salah.
I'm all over the place. Oh my god.
The UK-based player has been incredibly impressive across various tournaments this week, and he went on to reach the final. However, he come up short against Bradley Hodgson, losing out on the series 2-0. Back onto the PS4 now, and once again we had a stacked bracket, with notable names such as IsoPower not even making it past the round of 32. Gertzery also reached the quarterfinals, but again couldn't force his way through against a strong field. It was Nordavin's Hyper, however, who bagged his second cup of the week, this time beating out Renzo Pave from Italy 2-0. On the Xbox, it was Nightwatch 96 who took home the title, beating out its Maxi. But on the PlayStation 4, it was a far more interesting story. There was to be no hat-trick for Nordavin's Hyper, who only managed the round of 32. His strong performances throughout the week will have certainly turned some heads, and have some of the current Nordavin roster twitching in their seats ahead of the upcoming season of the Gfinity Elite Series delivered by Domino's. After all was said and done though, it was Dennis from Holland who took home the win, beating out Callan C 2-0. Now let's take a look at the G-point standings after week number 1. At the top of the table, Nightwatch is leading the way with 1,180 points. But just behind him in second, and closing that gap, is Beast Techers with 850 G points after an impressive week. On the PlayStation 4, Dennis is leading the way with 1,040 points, but chasing him closely are Callan C on 680, and after an impressive week, Nordavin's Hyper is sat on 660 G points. And just a reminder to everyone at home, the top 30 players in G-Point rankings are the ones who will be eligible for the draft this season. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week with another recap of the Gfinity Challenger Series delivered by Domino's FIFA 18 action. We'll see you then.